Let me be brief. Don't even think about working in your briefs. A California town is cracking down on a small coffee shop where baristas work in bikinis. Residents are complaining, and now the city council is reviewing its business license. Kelly Simon says this is another case of government overreach. Anna Yum says the city has a point. Anna, I don't know. It seems a little bit, I don't know, maybe they have more important things to work on?
Well, this is the thing, Charles. Look, it's almost as though you could see this on a Saturday Night Live skit. Let's break this down for what it is. Ladies in string bikinis serving coffee while there's children present. I mean, it's just a public display, an unnecessary public display of sex. When we're talking about kids walking by and then there's these tasteless menu items and they're asking their parents about what's going on here, it makes you question what is going on here. You go to a Hooters, you go to Hooters for entertainment, beer, wings, sports, the girls. You go to a coffee shop, you're trying to get a latte, Wi-Fi, a croissant, and you're out the door. I just don't see that. I don't see the point here. I really don't.
Although I will say, Kelly, you know what? When you take kids to the beach, interesting enough, they see the same scene.
Exactly. And sex sells. So good for the baristas making money, good for the owner of the coffee shop. I bet there's lines out the door. This is a free market society. God bless them. They are not showing anything. Don't want to read the signs, don't like the names, don't go there. Don't purchase your coffee from that coffee shop. It's that simple.
Yeah, but don't you think you'd have a different perspective if your kid comes home and says, Mommy, what does Wet T-shirt Wednesday mean? Or what does Tease Me Tuesday mean? I just don't see the harm in being proactive in this situation. Because if you think about it,
there's a parent that actually doesn't have cable, that doesn't let their kids read the newspaper, watch TV, watch anything going on, I would say you have a point. But our society is such that kids need to be trained. Hey, maybe I don't want my daughter to grow up and do that, so I'm going to explain to her why I don't think that's the best way to sell coffee. Admire the woman's pretty body, buy the coffee, and go on. Teach her about self-respect, and then you answer the questions.
From a legal point of view, Anna, though, I mean, legally, forgetting about moralistic, legally, where's the beef legally?
Well, I think the beef legally comes with the citizens just asking the city council to be proactive about looking, is there any foul play here? Take a look at this business license, because apparently a month prior, this coffee shop was some sort of energy drink place. They changed their business model, and then a month later, they're bikini baristas.
Yeah.
And think about it. In Kent, Washington, Charles, in Kent, Washington, same type of concept. There was an owner of 7 different bikini barista coffee shops who was allegedly charged and arrested with a prostitution sting. So what's the point? What's the harm in being proactive in that regard, especially
but by the
if
same
citizens
token,
are
you can see this as a small business struggling to survive. To your own point, they switch gears, and I got to tell you, I think Kelly's right in the sense that my son used to drag me to Hooters all the time, starting around 12 years old. Let's shift gears a little bit, guys. Talking about self-driving cars driving courts crazy. Self-driving cars obviously promising to make highways safe if the government doesn't tighten regulations, and of course that's a big if. But if and when these cars do take over, what happens, guys, when you get into an accident or you just happen to get a ticket? Because you know people are going to say, I'm sorry, it wasn't me, it was my car. What do you think, Kelly?
Well, that's the problem. The laws don't reflect technology. It's the same as things about surveillance and eavesdropping and cell phone video. The laws aren't current. So the issue is presently, even with self-driving cars, the laws would be responsibility on the owner and or operator, and the person that turns it on is the operator. So until that's fixed, the manufacturers aren't going to want to foot the bill, and insurance companies aren't going to, unless there's a study that shows that these cars are safer, they're not going to insure people without higher premiums. So it's really a tricky one.
Anna?
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of blame shifting involved, and I think there's going to be a lot of players in the game, because it's not just going to be about owner responsibility. What about software? What about the software developers if there's a glitch in the software technology? What about product liability involving the actual vehicle itself? And if something happens, what if you get hit by a self-driven car, but you're driving the vehicle? Do we just take away driver error in that regard? I see where Kelly's coming from in the sense that there's just going to be a lot of unanswered questions here, but there's going to be a lot of blame shifting, and I think insurance companies are going to be heavily involved. There's going to be tons of regulation.
Anna, what if we have a scenario where I tell the officer I'm in the car that we were driving by this coffee shop and the baristas had on bikinis, and the car was distracted. I mean, can we find?
He's going to have to find a good defense attorney. That's what he's going to have to do.
But I think we all agree, guys, that this is coming one day, and this is something we're going to have to figure out. Kelly, to your point, it feels like our legal system is really a step behind all the amazing advances in technology, right?
You know, they are, and that's the problem. It's great for lawyers because it keeps us busy, but the bad part is for the consumer, what are you going to do? Because if this is a new technology, everybody wants it, they want to be on the rage, but who's getting sued?
Right.
There's going to be a lot of cases about this.
All right, guys, you both
That's
are
right.
fantastic. Really appreciate it. Talk to you again soon.
Thanks, Charles.
Thank you.